I don't know why a lot of persons think that marriage these days is becoming a prison. I've come to tell you that marriage is not a prison. Marriage is not a place where you don't have freedom of speech, where you can't express yourself. I remember in those days when we were little, we used to hear the stories of, because then I remember my grandmother used to kind of advise, like we call it counseling these days. She used to advise young married couples. The first 5 years in marriage used to be the most hectic one. She used to advise the newly married couples and tell them how to behave. In those days, they go into marriage uncultured and they don't understand a lot of things. And they marry at a very early stage in those days. So our grandmother would tell them that is not everything that happens in your marriage you go to tell your mother, your father, and all that. And then I hear some men come and complain to my grandmother. They will be like, why is it that she'll be shouting, she'll be talking? And I didn't understand what they were saying then, but it's now that it's making sense to me. How can you get married to a wife and both of you are making love and you don't want the woman to express how she's feeling, whether she is enjoying it or not? And when you say, she's a shower, she's a harlot, she's a loose woman. It's not done. She has the right to express her feelings. Marriage is not a prison, please. Let her breathe. Marriage is not also a place where you come in and when you're coming home as a husband, everybody is looking for where to shocking themselves. Everybody is looking for where to hide because the husband of the house is coming home. Daddy is coming. Everybody is, afraid. If that's the kind of home you run as a husband, I'm sorry, I see a man that is going to die lonely at his old age. At the evening of your life, nobody will be there for you because those children you have, instead of you to build friendship with your children, you're building, you think you are being in charge by making them to be afraid of you. You are the lion. I'm sorry, very soon those children will leave your house and they will not have any reason to come back to you. That's the dangers of those things. So don't think that's, yeah, you're showing your manliness or macho-ness. No, that's not how to run it. Marriage is not a prison where your wife cannot tell you, honey, let's do it like this or like that. Whatever you say, all you want from her is, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, my lord. Hmm. That is horrible. That's no marriage. Marriage is not a union of two people that are being held captive and they are looking for how to escape and there's no way out any longer. And maybe probably the both of you might be praying for one person to die so that the other person will be freed from the bondage. That's not marriage. That's not marriage. Marriage is a union of two lovers that want to explore and express their feelings and tell each other how deep they fall in love every day. Marriage is not a place you have fallen in love and you get into the marriage and you fall out of love. No, you keep finding things that will make you to love this guy, this lady every day. Because it is intense, let me tell you. It is a very intense union or intense contract or whatever, I don't know. It's an intense uh, um, um, exercise that you do every day. You're going to see me every day. I'm going to see you every day, back to back. So we are so going to look for what will make us to desire each other every day. If not, times will come when you want to ask yourself, why did I even get married to you? You understand me? So if you see it as a prison, the first 5 years is going to be terrible and horrible. So you better look for what will always make you love this guy or love this lady every day. It is not a prison. It is a place you both enjoy each other in love, even when you get at each other's nerves quickly. address it, and come back to love. Because whether you like it or not, there must be friction. But what happens is what matters most is how you handle the friction. So don't allow it to get overstretched so that it will now look as if I'm beginning to hate you. As you can see right now, and I don't feel I love you anymore. It does happen, but because the way you handle the conflict, you understand when it comes. So please don't make your marriage look like a prison. It is a place of love. It is a place that both of you will keep discovering each other even till old age. So I've come to this period to tell you, if you're thinking that you are stuck up and you need to breathe, you don't have anywhere else to go, you go nowhere. Stay in it, work, labor, and find a way to keep loving each other so that your honeymoon will have no end. That's what I told myself when I was getting married. My honeymoon will have no end. So say that to yourself too.